Okay, here's an example where you really do need to take this derivative implicitly because there isn't any way that we could factor y out of here and solve for y. So taking this equation or this relation, can we find the slope of the tangent line to this curve at this point? Of course, in order to find the slope, we need to know f prime at x. Okay, so we're going to take our function, write it out again, and do the same thing to both sides of the equal sign. Okay, so I've got 2x to the 5th plus x to the 4th times y plus y to the 5th is equal to 36. So I need to know the derivative of this function, that is, what is y prime? So on both sides of the equal sign, I'm taking the derivative with respect to x. So the derivative with respect to x for each of these terms. For the first one, pretty easy. The derivative of 2x to the 5th, 10x to the 4th, plus the derivative of x to the 4th times y. What rule am I going to need to take this derivative right here? A product rule. So that means that this is going to turn into two terms, right? So product rule, I'm just going to put this in brackets so you can follow it back later. It's the first function, x to the 4th, times the derivative of y prime, plus the derivative of the first function, 4x cubed, times the second function, y. Okay, so I took the derivative of this product, here's the derivative, plus the derivative with respect to x of y to the 5th. With respect to x, then, that would be 5y to the 4th y prime is equal to the derivative of a constant, 0. Questions about that line? Okay, after this it's algebra. This part here represents the understanding piece. Do you have questions? Okay, so now our goal is to isolate y prime. And, yep.
If it was like, the middle term, like x to the 4th y, if it was like x to the 4th y squared.
Okay, if the middle term was something like x to the 4th y squared, then you're wondering what would you do with that? Okay, so let's try to take this derivative with respect to x. It's a product rule. It would be the first function times the derivative of the second. What's the derivative of y squared with respect to x? 2y, y prime, plus the derivative of the first times the second. Okay, back here. So our goal is to isolate our y primes. So got one there, I got one there. I'm going to move everything else to the other side of the equal sign. So I've got x to the 4th y prime plus 5y to the 4th y prime is equal to negative 10x to the 4th minus 4x cubed y. Okay, so I just moved this here, I moved that over, I kept these two in place. So solving for y prime, it's a common factor of both of those terms. So I'm factoring out the y prime. I've got x to the 4th plus 5y to the 4th is equal to negative 10 x to the 4th minus 4 x cubed y. And solving for y prime, just going to divide both sides. divide both sides by x to the fourth plus 5y to the fourth. There's an expression for y prime. Okay, did I answer the question? No, it asked me to find the slope, which means at this point, which means I need to know what's y prime when x is 1 and y is 2. I guess our usual way of writing that would be y prime, x equals 1, y equals 2. And then we're taking this expression, negative bracket, 10x to the fourth, and we're putting in our x value, plus 4x cubed y, all over x to the fourth, plus 5y to the fourth. Which is going to give me negative bracket 10 plus 4 times 2, 10 plus 8 over 1, 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. 16 times 5 is 80 plus 1, 81. Negative 18 over 81, and reduce your fraction. They're both divisible by 9. Slope of the tangent line to this curve at this point is negative 2 over 9.